All right. We already have a couple of people in the room. So, welcome everyone to our webinar for today. Ramp up your business with Xero. We have prepared this webinar as a free resource to help out the local community. So, we want you to be as engaged as possible. We want to make this an interactive webinar. So, my name is James. I'm the Business Development and Sales Coordinator here at Brew Accounting, and I'll be your moderator for today. Now, I'd like to introduce you to today's presenter, Joanna Stewart, Director of Brew Accounting. Joanna has a passion for small business, supporting small business to achieve mind freedom, time freedom, and financial freedom. She has worked across the globe leading large and small finance functions to achieve to deliver strategic business goals. She founded Brew Accounting 10 years ago and has gathered an excellent team of professionals together to support you and your small business to grow and prosper. We'll actually be turning off for me, I'll be turning off my audio and video during this short presentation so we can focus on the content itself. So without further ado, let's all welcome Joanna Stewart.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for being here, taking time to attend this webinar. I'm going to turn my camera off also, as James has mentioned, but we'll be back in the questions and answers to answer all your questions. So, as James mentioned, I'm the Director of Brew Accounting, and today we hope that you'll get lots out of this webinar. So to kick off today's session, some statistics. Did you know that 50% of small businesses fail within the first 5 years? That's a scary thought. And around 82% of small businesses fail due to poor cash flow. However, the good news is that 85% of Xero small businesses who worked with a Xero certified advisor were still in business after 5 years. This shows how important it is for business owners to work with a trusted advisor using Xero to automate processes, get paid faster, and monitor and measure results. Let's have a look at how you can work with us and Xero to ensure you're still in business in 5 years and beyond. So Xero's purpose is to make life better for small businesses, their advisors, and communities around the world. And our purpose is to create a balanced, rich life with our partners by helping them achieve mind, time, and financial freedom. We love working with Xero to achieve a common purpose of improving the lives of small business owners. We've been working with small business owners for a while now, and we find that they are all seeking at least one of what we call the 3 freedoms. The first is financial freedom, having sufficient cash to enjoy your desired lifestyle. The second is time freedom. This is having balance in your life to spend time with your family and friends and having the freedom to enjoy your hobbies. The third is mind freedom. This is reduced stress levels and the ability to sleep at night, having the peace of mind that everything in your business is as it should be, and you can sustain any future downturns. Thinking about which of these is the most important for you, I'm happy for you to share on the website which one you think for you. I think for me, it would definitely be mind freedom. What can you do to attain this freedom? Let's have a look at how Xero can help. Here's what we'll be covering today. First, we'll look at how Xero helps you save time and how it can help you get paid faster. Then we'll have a look at your different options with Xero and how we can work together to ensure you're using Xero to its full potential. We'll also look at how we can help you monitor your results regularly to help with informed decision making. Finally, we'll discuss the next steps you can take, and I'll answer any questions you might have. To see how Xero can improve the life of small business owners, I want to use Annie as an example throughout today's webinar. Annie is a plumber with her own business. She employs 4 other team members and has 2 young children. Annie still works on the tools the majority of the time, as well as doing quotes and all the paperwork. Her workday generally starts at 7 a.m. and she gets home at 4 p.m. She feels guilty about the amount of time she spends working and wants to spend more quality time with her children. She uses a diary to manually record jobs and creates quotes and invoices using Microsoft Word, then emails them to customers. She also manages the payroll herself. After her kids are in bed, Annie spends an hour or 2 at the kitchen table most nights finalizing quotes, preparing invoices, reconciling the bank accounts, following up overdue invoices, paying bills and wages, and managing all the jobs to ensure there's enough inventory and the team knows where to be. She's never quite sure how much money is in the bank, but it never seems to be as much as she expects. Sometimes she pays herself less to make sure her team are paid. I'm sure some of these pain points sound familiar to you. Using online accounting software like Xero is one of the easiest ways to save time and reduce stress. I'm sure you all spend time at night trying to sort out your accounts, reconciling your transactions while rifling through receipts, all after a long day at work. I'm sure none of you started a business intending to spend nights doing paperwork instead of spending time with your family and friends. With Xero, you can automatically reconcile your transactions to your bank account. Xero records and categorizes everything for you, so you don't have to print your bank statements and sit with a highlighter and ruler to mark off each transaction. It starts to learn from your behavior and makes suggestions for you and scans Xero for invoices or bills that might correspond to the transaction coming through the bank, so you don't need to match them yourself. You can also set up bank rules, so recurring transactions will automatically be coded throughout the year. Sending invoices through Xero saves you time and means your customers receive their invoices instantly via email or an online link. You can reduce data entry by copying previous invoices or by setting up a repeating invoice template, so Xero automatically creates recurring invoices for you and can send automatically to customers for you. You can also set up automatic reminders, so Xero sends a reminder to customers that their invoice is due. These are all super important to use. If you haven't set them up, it's worthwhile just having a quick look after this session and making sure that you turn these functionalities on. All Xero subscribers have access to Hubdock. This means you can set it up so any bills you receive via email will be forwarded to Hubdock and the accounting data automatically appears in Xero for you. This simplifies the process by seamlessly matching transactions to your bank feeds. The result is less paper, more accurate data, and a better view of your finances, not to mention the time you'll get back. Of course, many of you may prefer not to deal with any reconciliations, coding, and other financial and administrative tasks, even with the time savings Xero provides. So for many of our clients, we look after that side of the business for them too. We use Xero and take on all of these tasks so you don't have to. The clients we do this work for already often comment that it's given them total peace of mind and time freedom to enjoy the things they prefer to do, like relaxing at the end of a hard day or enjoying time with family. Another advantage to outsourcing this work to us is that there are no errors to correct at year end, which in the past could have resulted in additional fees or tax surprises. This webinar shows you what's possible with Xero, and you can decide whether you'd like us to do the work for you or if you'd prefer doing it on your own. Either way, using Xero will save you time and reduce your stress. Talk to us about your preferred option and we'll support you with implementation and training to ensure you maximize your time saving using Xero. So how will these features help Annie? Remember, she was spending an hour or two doing paperwork most nights. First of all, with Xero's bank reconciliation, Annie won't have to sit down with bank statements, bills, invoices, and a highlighter and manually reconcile the accounts. By using online invoicing, Annie can automatically create invoices and seamlessly send them online. She can also create quotes using Xero, then convert these into invoices when they've been accepted. She can even do all this from her phone. Hubdock will allow Annie to have bills automatically forward from her email to Xero. She can also take photos of bills and receipts, upload them to Hubdock, and seamlessly reconcile these with her bank feeds. And because the bills and receipts are saved online in Hubdock, she won't need to keep shoeboxes full of receipts. So, we've seen how much more time Annie will have if she uses the full power of Xero. But cash is king, right? And ultimately, business owners want to have enough money to enjoy their desired lifestyle. This statistic is from the October 2020 Xero New Zealand and Australia Small Business Insights Survey. So, did you know that on average it takes small businesses 24 days to be paid? That's a lot of cash locked up in debtors. This is another confronting stat and shows there's a lot of room for improvement. Most business owners are experts at what they do, but might not know much about running a business and managing their cash. Cash flow is so important for you as small business owners. It's not enough just to have a profitable business. Profitable businesses can and do fail due to poor cash flow. With Xero, you can get more insights into how your business is really doing, and we can help you implement strategies to manage your cash and improve your cash flow. Let's look at some of the features in Xero which can help you get paid faster. Late payment of invoices is a huge contributor to poor cash flow. The faster you get paid, the better your cash flow will be. Xero's data shows that on average, businesses get paid up to twice as fast when they use online invoice payments. This helps improve your cash flow as cash isn't tied up in your debtors for as long. Online payments in Xero allow you to connect a payment service like Stripe or Go Cardless, which adds a pay now option to your online invoices. This is a win for both you and your customers. It's easy for you to set up and easy for your customers to pay straight away. Customers are less likely to forget to pay an invoice, and they don't have to spend time logging into their internet banking and processing the payment. Instead, they'll see a Pay Now button right there on the invoice, prompting them to pay you there and then. Invoice Reminders is another tool in Xero that automates your customer payment collection and helps you to get paid faster. Invoice Reminders save you time and frustration as you don't have to manually chase overdue invoices. After enabling Invoice Reminders, Xero will automatically email your customers when their invoices become overdue. Sometimes customers may need a little nudge before they pay. Invoice reminders are a quick and easy way to give you time back and ensure your customers pay their invoices quickly. Xero wants to give businesses clear visibility of their financial position and cash flow to help you to make better informed decisions and set you up for success. A feature they've created, which is included in all their plans, is the short-term cash flow projection. This is a dashboard-style tool designed to help you view and manage your cash flow better by projecting your cash flow for the next 7 or 30 days. The cash flow projection is based off the balance of your bank accounts in Xero and future one-off or repeating invoices and bills. This helps you keep an eye on your bank balance to ensure you have enough cash to cover upcoming payments. These are also wonderful advancements for Xero. You know, over time, I've seen it develop into such a robust product. I think that cash flow got released less than a year ago, and I feel that it really adds another layer of support to small businesses, especially during COVID. I think it was very important, and it always is, to know where your cash flow position is. As a small business owner, Annie relies on customers paying by online banking. This means they need to copy the bank account number from the invoice and enter it into their online banking, with the risk that they could enter a wrong number. If Annie was to use Stripe or PayPal, customers would be able to click a button in their online invoice and be taken straight to pay online. Online payments make payment quick and easy for customers, and the easier you make it for them, the faster they'll pay you. By setting up invoice reminders, Annie won't need to go through her bank account and compare the transactions to the invoices to see who's paid on time and who needs to be followed up. Xero would automatically send an invoice reminder with a button to pay online, giving customers another chance to pay. Annie has struggled with knowing when payments will be going out and whether there's enough cash in the bank on a particular day to cover due payments. With Xero's short-term cash flow projection, she can quickly find out when cash is due to come in and when it's due to come out, and have peace of mind that there will be enough cash to cover the outgoings over the next 7 to 30 days. These are the 3 Xero plans on Business Edition. For small businesses, the starter plan is a great place to begin. You can send 20 invoices and quotes and enter 5 bills. The best part is that you can reconcile unlimited transactions and capture your bills and receipts using Hubdock, saving you time trying to find receipts or printing off bills. You'll also have access to a cash flow and business snapshot so you can easily monitor how your business is going. Most businesses find the standard plan most suitable. With unlimited invoices, quotes, and bills, the ability to bulk reconcile transactions and the use of Hubdock, your business will be more efficient. You can also manage expenses for one person. And finally, if your business deals with international transactions, the premium plan allows you to use multiple currencies. To help ensure your business is as efficient as possible, Xero has developed add-ons which can be added to your Xero subscription if your business requires the extra functionality. Xero Addons are payroll, projects, and expenses. Xero Payroll ensures you pay your team the correct amount every time. It automates tax calculations, saving you time, and it's ATO compliant so you can have peace of mind. Xero Payroll automatically updates when any legislation changes occur, so you'll stay compliant. With payday filing, returns are automatically filed with the ATO. With Xero Projects, you can quote, invoice, and monitor your jobs, helping you monitor how much money your business makes from each one. This all-in-one tool tracks time, cost, and profitability on every job. It integrates with other areas of Xero to avoid duplication. Xero Expenses allows you to easily capture, track, and manage your team's expenses. The free mobile app allows your team to take a photo of receipts while out and about and track their mileage using the map feature. As it's fully integrated with Xero, you can use the batch payment feature to quickly reimburse team members and reconcile in your bank account. This ensures you have an accurate view of your team spending and know when reimbursements are due, which helps manage your cash flow. Annie has been using a diary to manage the jobs, and her team members fill out a paper timesheet each week. If Annie uses the Xero Payroll add-on, her team will be able to fill out their timesheets directly in Xero using the app or website. Pay is automatically calculated based on timesheets, as well as tax, superannuation, and leave. After reviewing the timesheets, Annie can approve the payment in just a couple of clicks. Her team can also view their payslips and apply for leave via the Xero app. With payday filing, pay details are automatically filed with the ATO each pay run. Using Xero Projects to manage jobs will streamline the process and save Annie time and money. After adding a job, Annie can estimate the time it will take to complete and the materials required, then send a quote directly from Xero. While the job's in progress, she can add costs, bills, and deposits and update the invoice if the job changes. The reporting features show Annie which jobs are making money and which aren't, so she can more accurately quote for future jobs. As well as Xero's own add-ons, they also have a marketplace of over 1,000 apps that connect to Xero, providing further automation and saving you more time. The apps in the marketplace specialize in different areas of business or in different industries. These include point of sale, inventory management, customer relationship management, time tracking, and practice management, just to name a few. Whatever your industry, whether you're a tradie, farmer, retailer, hairdresser, lawyer, or other business owner, there are apps in the marketplace which will help you save time and money and reduce your stress levels. With so many apps, it can be a bit overwhelming choosing the right apps for your business. We can help you with this to ensure you'll get a significant return on your investment in any apps you choose. Let's have one more look at the freedom Annie can achieve by working with us and Xero. First of all, she'll have more money. She'll have a better overview of her finances, get paid faster, get better at costing jobs, and understand her cash flow. She might spend 1 or 2 hours a week on paperwork compared to the 5 to 10 hours it was taking her before. That's an extra 8 or so hours she has to spend with her family. And finally, she'll have peace of mind that her business is successful and will be one of the businesses that survives past 5 years. Imagine what your life could look like in 12 months if you work with us and Xero. So that is the end of the formal part of the presentation. We'll turn our cameras back on and we'll see if you guys have any questions. Please pop them into Xero. Laura, I see you have a question there. What is the cost for Xero add-ons, payroll and projects? So depends what subscription. I'll answer that question first if you're all right with that. So whichever subscription you have has 1 or 2 payroll employees as a default, so that's good. But then it depends how many employees you have. If it's 5, 10, 15, it increases in about $10 per number of employees. James, you might be able to check and see what exactly the costs are, but you'll be able to see it quite easily on the Xero website, what the prices are. So, yep, so James has just copied the link for you there. Certainly, if you're in a construction business and you're doing a lot of projects, there is that option of using the projects aspect, and that certainly is very useful. The payroll is perfect if you have 5, 10 employees, definitely using that. The only thing I would say is if you have a very complicated wage award, such as maybe hospitality or something, it doesn't really map the awards. If you have just full-time employees that you're paying fixed wages to, it's very good for that. So if you have complicated awards, sometimes you may need an add-on, but it just depends on what type of employees you're trying to pay. If they're full-time, it's usually it's perfect for that type of thing. So any other questions? James, did we have any other questions?
We do have actually a couple of questions submitted earlier, and this is actually one of the FAQs, frequently asked questions by our clients. And one of this is the first one actually we have is, do you have any additional tips that you would like to share with us with regards to using Xero for quite a long time now?
So this is always, how long do you have? Because I could give you tips till we're here all night, but I'll just try and pick out the 3 top ones because there's so many things that I've learned along this journey. The first one I'd say is if you're starting a small business, regardless how small, set up a separate bank account for it from the start. Even if you have to loan the bank account some money to get going because you're not making money yet, this is so helpful as you now have all the money spent in one place. I always encourage our clients to approach their current bank and ask them if they have a free business bank account. Most do, and if not, do an internet search because you'll find one, and I believe this will make your business journey a lot easier and more successful. And also tying in with that, a lot of businesses sometimes they struggle when the quarter comes around and they have to pay over their GST. And this is where we really encourage them to set up 2 bank accounts. And you can kind of work out, okay, what percentage of each dollar will go towards wages in your first year and your second year. Each year will be different, perhaps based on sort of how much money you're making and what type of structure you have set up. And each time you get some money into your bank account, you would transfer that percentage over to the tax bank. The second bank account is sort of a savings account, which holds all the superannuation you might be owing for the end of the quarter, any BAS or GST that you're going to have to pay over, and any PAYG. So it's a good idea to keep that in a separate bank account. The second tip I will give you is about Hubdock, because this is one that I'm not sure everyone knows about, is that it actually can link to many common suppliers. So that you might have there, if you have a supplier online account, let's say it's Telstra, and you are using a Telstra phone, when Telstra issues a new invoice to you, you link Hubdock to your online account. It will automatically feed the invoice into Hubdock, and then you can set it up to automatically feed into Xero. So you don't actually have to go and look for that invoice. It just automatically flows through the cycle. And that's just done by linking your Telstra online account to Hubdock. And there are lots of other accounts that you can link, such as Caltex, Officeworks, Bunnings, PowerPass, Origin, Woolworths, you name it. There's lots there. So have a look and see which ones link, and definitely link those up. You know, for me, it's about always reducing the number of keystrokes that you can complete, that you have to complete. And then my third tip is, alongside Xero, is that it's important to have a streamlined process for your bookkeeping. And I always say there's sort of a few steps to it. There's the, what's your in the moment process, what's your daily process, your weekly process, your monthly process. Because the thing is that there's so many ways to achieve the same end, but it's important that you define what your process is, and then you stick to it and you train everyone involved in the business in it. I encourage every business owner to either automate the collection of bills, or if that's not possible, as soon as you spend the money, send the invoice into your software. Then daily or at least weekly, reconcile your bank. And this helps you to identify any that have been missed in real time. So, because in my opinion, it's much harder to chase an invoice or receipt in a month's time than it is now when it's fresh in your mind and when you've actually just spent the money. So those are my tips. I've got lots more, but for now I'll stop. Any other questions, James?
Wow, all of those are actually very valuable tips. And one question we do get on following up with that is how easy it is to actually learn and use Xero, because we've been talking about, you know, saving time, freeing up time to spend more time with the things that we love doing. So
Yeah.
Can you share a little more thought on this one?
Yeah, for sure. So the thing about Xero, I find personally, it's very easy, and I think many of you on this call may actually be using Xero already, so you have your own feeling about it. But the other great thing about Xero is they've got such great free content to learn how to use and maximize the efficiency and effectiveness of how you set up and use Xero. So there's they have a Xero community, which is full of great help articles and questions and answers for any sort of question you might be struggling with. They also have a very good courses which are free on the Xero community, and even sort of how to set up this function or that function, short little 2-minute videos. So always useful to check out what's there. Also a very good Facebook Xero group where there's so many generous Xero users who are happy to share how they're using certain functionality. So due to all of that free resource, what we really try to do with our Xero training is really focus on how you want Xero set up and how Xero will best benefit your business. So you're able to tap into our years of experience and ask any curly questions to ensure you get the best outcome from your Xero software and can truly drive your business success. The thing about Xero, in my opinion, it's a very powerful piece of software. So after using it for a while, it's good to revisit any additional functionality that you want, because very often right within Xero, you can get it to do just that, you know?
Yes. And probably adding on to that, we know that you've covered this already during the app marketplace, but do you find it like the Xero integrate with a lot of apps in the market?
Yeah, for sure. And like, this is one thing that I feel that Xero did very right from the beginning, is that they knew that they couldn't do everything for everyone. So they've built a very strong, secure API that allows integration to so many other apps, and they're constantly growing the ecosystem. The other great thing about Xero is that they're constantly adding functionality, because I mean, I've been using Xero for a long time. They didn't used to have Hubdock, and that was just about 2 years ago. They've purchased Hubdock in an effort to try and streamline the accounts payable process more. As I mentioned recently, they've also put on the cash flow forecasting, sort of 7-day, 30-day reporting within Xero, which I think is really important, that every business is looking at that and making sure they understand their cash flow position. That was a development just over COVID. They've recently bought a UK payroll business, which is going to eventually roll out into Australia. And that's really about if you've got a very complex award, such as maybe hospitality, and it needs to be interpreting penalty rates and extra hours, you know, so they're always adding on new functionality within the Xero product itself. But then also they're constantly, either they're doing that through acquisition of other apps, or they're doing that through they have a voting system where the users vote for what functionality they want developed first, and then they will develop that within the technology. So I guess, either it can be done within Xero, or check out the app marketplace, because there's so much additional stuff there. But I definitely encourage you to be in touch with us so we can help you to assess, can Xero do what you need it to do, because it may actually have that functionality and it's just to turn on some little aspect of Xero. And if it can't, then we'll support you in selecting and setting up any new apps that you want to integrate into Xero.
Thank you, Joanna, for that insight. I guess one thing I got there is Xero is a tool, and it can be as powerful as how you want it to be. So we can work out, how to streamline everything, or how to make these apps communicate with each other. And I guess that's one thing we like about Xero, is the name they've built all throughout those years, and the partnerships they actually made to communicate with these apps to make it simpler, better, and to lessen the time in doing the process.
Absolutely. It's a great tool. So I hope that all of you are getting good benefit out of it, or be in touch if we can help you maximize the efficiency you're getting from it. James, I just wanted to encourage everyone we do have a survey on the way out, and I know James is going to mention it, but we really would be grateful if you can answer any questions so that we can get your feedback to know what type of webinars you'd like to hear about, what's been helpful, and how we can continue to support you. So this is sort of me signing off, but thanks so much for coming and joining us. Over to you, James.
Yep. So we're towards the end of the slide. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. For those who had just jumped in the call, don't worry, you'll get a recording. And you can actually, even those who attended, they can access the recording just to go back to anything that you want to remember as well. So we appreciate your taking time out of your busy Monday. And we just want to be here to support you and hope to be able to help you beyond today's session with achieving more time and mind and financial freedom. So again, everyone, thank you. And don't forget to do the survey.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.